Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I've been gone for months, but I'm back. That's just gonna be my intro every time. Anyway, I don't know if you noticed anything different. I don't know if you noticed anything different. It's my teeth. It's my teeth. Nothing can piss me off. Even when I'm angry, I'm gonna be like, I'm so fucking mad at you. Like, I've never been more pissed than I am right now. I have personally been waiting for this day for 25 years. I'm here to share my story for, myself and whoever's going through it, because I've been told by every fucking dentist, orthodontist, oral surgeon that's fucking seen me. I've heard it enough for me to know it's a fact. My case is rare. So if there happens to be any small percentage of people out there who understand me, this video is for you. Now, I'm gonna be putting pictures up for reference so that you guys know what my teeth looked like before, in between, and obviously what they look like now. Starting from the beginning, I was cursed with not the best set of teeth. That has always been my number one insecurity, has been my teeth. All my bottom teeth are fine for the most part, but for the top, I had a huge gap in between, and I had these two teeth right here. This one, the baby tooth fell out, and then the adult tooth started growing in, but like very little, so it was just like a tiny little fang. And then on this side, the baby tooth fell out, but the adult tooth just never came in. Which was great. I had a big fucking gap right here. Like, personally, growing up with a single mom in Puerto Rico, the options weren't as available in Puerto Rico as they are in the United States. So I had to suck it up for the beginning decade of my life. I will say though, that did build up a lot of natural confidence. It brought out a lot of insecurities as well, don't get me wrong. But when you're put in a situation where you're forced to make the best out of it, you have no choice. You just do it and surprise yourself in the process. So I'm looking back now, I'm surprised that I was able to even step foot outside with how my teeth looked. Like, I give young Ashley props for stepping outside, because today I would not. I would not. Especially with veneers being a thing, like hell the fuck no. Hell fucking no. So I moved to New York from Puerto Rico in 2010. If you haven't seen that video, I will link that down below so you guys can go check it out. But yeah, so once I moved here in 2010, things were very different than they were from Puerto Rico. One of those being the benefits that we were offered when it came to health insurance and dental insurance. I was lucky enough to have someone in my high school whose dad was a dentist. She was like my best friend in high school, and her dad was a dentist, and he would consult me for basically free. Like, I would just go over her house and he would give me consultations and this and that. And I got really good deals on braces. I got my braces done with them. They made me a flipper, which, if you don't know what a flipper is, it's basically like a retainer, not the Invisalign type of retainers, but it's kind of like those metal retainers with like the fake gum type of thing with just like a fake tooth. So I would put on that retainer and then there would be like a fake tooth there. You're supposed to take it off while you eat, but I was so insecure doing that I ended up finessing the skill of like eating with it. Every time I would be done eating, like, I would run to the bathroom and like clean it and whatever, but it was like a very well-kept secret between me and me. I don't know if you guys can hear that fucking ambulance, but we'll just wait it out. But yeah, the flipper was annoying as fuck. I remember the first time I got the flipper, like the first day I got the flipper and I went to school with it, went to lunch. So I sit up at the table and I remember we had pizza. So I grab a slice of pizza, I take a bite, and I'm like happy because I can finally like take like a big bite and show my teeth because I have a fucking flipper, bitch. I take a bite of that pizza and my flipper gets caught on like the hot cheese, and my flipper comes down with the bite. So like the flipper was stuck on the pizza. Yeah. Yeah. I cannot explain to you how embarrassed I was. I literally looked down at the flipper and I was like So anyway, fast forward to like a couple years later, we go to a new dentist. Now I'm at a point where I had braces. All I had to do now that my teeth were like put together was fill out those empty spaces, which was not covered under my insurance because it's considered like cosmetology, or not cosmetology, what the fuck is the term? I don't know what the term is, but it's not considered like a necessity. Anyway, we go to this dentist closer to where we're living now, and we send them over all the records and we start getting fitted for implants. When I left the dentist, I was told by my friend's dad and the orthodontist at their office that I was all set and ready for an implant. We go to this other dentist office and it's my first appointment. I'm getting consulted for my implant. I'm being told by not one, but 2 dentist office that I'm good to go. So I make the appointment for the implant. I go to the appointment for the implant and I'm on the chair, like getting ready and whatever, and the doctor comes looking at my gums and he starts feeling around. And I'm like, I know this is not gonna be good. I know it's not gonna be good. He looks at my gums and he doesn't think that I have enough bone in my gums to support an implant. So he refers me to an oral surgeon like 5 minutes away. I go to the oral surgeon and he's doing the x-rays and whatever. You do need more bone, so we're gonna do something called a bone graft on you, and that is a 3 to 4 month healing process. And once you're done with that, we're gonna do another x-ray and see if, you know, like the bone took and you're ready for the implant. So I'm like, all right, annoying, but it is what it is. If you don't know what a bone graft is, it's disgusting. So I get the surgery. At this time, I don't have, like my stitches are in the gap, so I can't wear my flipper, I can't wear my retainer. 4 months later, I go to the office. He does the x-ray.
So I think you're gonna need another bone graft.
Alrighty, fine. I get the bone graft. Same deal, wait 3 to 4 months, come back.
Okay, you know what? It looks good. It looks good. Let's set you up for the implant.
Bet. I'm excited. I get to the office, they set me up, I'm not only on the table, they are already putting me on laughing gas. I'm under, okay? They start operating and I cannot express to you the excitement that I felt on that chair. Like, this is the moment I've been waiting for. And then everything stops and I feel a tap on the shoulder, mid-surgery, and he's like, yeah, so now that I'm in your mouth, I'm realizing that enough bone didn't take, so instead of getting the implant started, we're actually just gonna go ahead and do another bone graft and you're gonna have to do another 3 to 4 months. You have my gums cut open. I'm drugged. What am I to say no? Like, sure dog, do whatever the fuck you gotta do. So, I mean, needless to say, he didn't charge me for that one, which he shouldn't have, but thankfully he didn't charge me for that one and the 2 other ones that he had me do after that. Like, that is such a painful surgery. It's painful, it's annoying. You can't suck through a straw, you can't eat certain foods. Like, it's like, I have hypoglycemia, I have to eat certain things, and like I couldn't eat anything. I didn't want to eat anything. It was annoying. Like, it was taking a toll on my physical health, my mental health, my emotional health, my confidence. Like, it was affecting me more than like just aesthetically. I know it sounds silly, but like, those who get it, get it. Like, everybody has their insecurities, and for me, it's my teeth. Like, teeth are a big thing for me. I'm a very happy person, I'm a bubbly person, I'm a funny person, I love making other people laugh, and it's like, I don't even feel secure in myself smiling or laughing because I don't like what that looks like for me, and I can only imagine what other people are, you know? Like, I know it's not ideal, but those who get it, those who don't. Anyway, long story short, even though I've been telling it for a minute, I get that bone graft after they woke me up in the operation room, and I ended up having to get it 2 more times, the bone graft. I'm gonna let you guess what happened in the end. Yeah, he told me I was gonna need another one. I don't wanna get another bone graft. I'm coming from the city, and the only reason why I kept them even when I moved to the city was because it was already such a process for years to get all the information transferred and get all the doctors to be on the same page about the state of my gums and my bone and all of that. It just would have been a lot to start all over with someone down here in the city, especially when I don't know exactly how long I'm gonna be down here. It's a lot for me to be coming up and down from the city. I just don't understand why the bone's not like, I just don't get it. Like, what are you doing? After I get the 2 other bone grafts after they woke me up mid-operation, he tells me, okay, yes, your bone graft took. So I'm like, yeah. So I set up the appointment to do the implant. I wasn't sure how it worked. Like, I wasn't sure if like setting the appointment up for the implant meant that I walked out of that appointment with a tooth. It doesn't. So the first appointment of an implant is they basically like screw like an open thing like that in your gums. Once that heals and your gums like tighten up around it, you make another appointment, and then it's like a tooth. I'll put the pictures here, but it's kind of like a tooth with a screw, and you kind of screw it onto that hole that they put in there. So he was able to do the first part of the implant, which is putting like the ring up there and whatever, and that was only like maybe like a couple weeks, 3 weeks of healing. Then I had my next appointment to put the tooth in. I'm obviously really excited to go put the tooth in. He tells me, again, mid-operation, the ring moved and he has to take it out and do another x-ray. So he, like, every time I step into any fucking dentist, any freaking orthodontist that I thought this was gonna be an appointment that went a certain way, it just went completely different. Like, it was always something when I walked into these dentist office. He's like, all right, at this point, the ring was moving and your gums weren't taking it, so right now you have a couple options. You can do it all over again, meaning he's gonna have to take the ring out, stitch me back up, let it heal, do another bone graft, try it again. Or take the ring off, let it heal, and try something completely different, which would be a bridge. I never heard of a bridge before, but a bridge is kind of like, they said that they shave the sides of your teeth to make room to like cement a tooth in. And when they said they shave the sides of your teeth, I didn't realize that they meant like almost your whole tooth. I don't know if I would have agreed to the bridge had I known that, because God forbid anything happens to the bridge or like it falls off or whatever. My front teeth are literally like basically non-existent. And I don't even want to think about that. He's telling me about the bridge and he's telling me like it just, you know, it just compromises the aesthetic look of my natural teeth because they have to shave it down and whatever. Whereas the implant would look a little more natural, and it's kind of like having my own tooth. And with the bridge, I have to have a water pick and be mindful of what I'm eating. If I'm eating an apple, make sure to cut it up, stuff like that. Just being mindful of the crunchy things I'm eating or whatever. The bridge just took a lot more responsibility and maintenance. And although it was annoying, that sounded a lot more doable than continuing to go through these painful, ineffective surgeries. I might be wrong, but I don't think having enough bone has anything to do with like being able to get a bridge or not, because like I said, they just cement it up there, but I could be wrong. So they're setting me up for the bridge and we run into another issue. They offered to that when they make my bridge to add a little pink to the top of the tooth to kind of blend in with my gums and make it look like I have a little more than I do. We get everything set up and I go to the appointment to get the impression. So after they did the impressions, I go to the lab and they kind of take a picture of my teeth, they take a look at my teeth, and they have like a little, you know those little paint things from Home Depot? It's like that little paper that has like the gradient tones of a color. So it's kind of like that, and they'll put it against your teeth and they'll see which white color matches your natural tooth. I'm bringing you guys a little close. The teeth that they shaved off part of this tooth. So like the middle of this tooth is my real tooth, but it's shaved to like this point. Like that amount right there, that's real. The rest was shaved down. This tooth, they were also gonna shave down, but he decided to keep it. He wanted to keep the integrity of this tooth if I could, which I respect him for it, because if my bridge ever falls out, at least I have one full tooth instead of nothing at all. This one was the one that was like the sharp little fang. So that one, he just put something up there. This is my real tooth, this one's fake. This one is, this is my real tooth, this one's fake. And then these three are all a bridge. This right here is the bridge, and my gums there used to be a lot more space in between the bridge and my actual gums that now are kind of closing up. So as time goes by, my gums will kind of like go down a little bit because they're a little inflamed at the moment. So they'll go down a little bit and then it'll blend in with these gums. As you can see, they matched my gums to the bridge very well, and they matched the color of my natural tooth with the bridge also very well. Even when I had the flipper and when I had an Essex retainer, which is kind of like an Invisalign with a fake tooth that would fill this tooth in, I had that for a while too, while I was healing from the bone grafts in between like trying to get the implant. But you had to take the retainer out every time you ate, and with that I really did do it, because imagine eating with an Invisalign, like you just can't do that. But every time that I've had like a fake tooth, a temporary tooth be filled into the space, I never ever had this tooth filled in, the little fang. So I feel like now that I have the bridge put together, I really see a difference because of this tooth. I was always used to having like half a full smile and just like a little gap here, which I actually didn't mind it. Like I thought it was kind of cute, but now that I have my full set of teeth, like I really feel like a different person. My teeth almost feel too big for my mouth. That's the story of my bridge. This shit was stressful, but it was worth it. And if you have any other questions regarding my process, let me know. I'm here to answer whatever I can. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love you, bye.
Yeah, listen to me carefully. These hoes are scared of me, don't wanna be compared to me. Failure is rare to me, your man pull up my chair for me. He wanna marry me, my haters give me clarity and popularity.